If we could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And at this point, I'd like to welcome the Maranacook Chamber Singers with their director, Dan Gilbert, who are going to actually do a song for us to start the meeting.
Yeah, it's the national anthem. I didn't know that. I don't want to screw people along.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
So I'll be like, go up to the mic. Just leave them.
You want to have, you can read the names.
Yeah, whatever.
Or I can do it, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Have a slight malfunction. Are we good, Wendy? Did it lock? Looks like it's locked now, so, yeah.
The order they need to go in because there is a
We gotta do a roll call first because David's online, so.
David's on the line.
Yeah.
All right.
I know you may have to.
If we can, quiet down, please. There's a lot of excitement and a lot of awesomeness happening tonight, but we have to do these formal things for meetings, which is always fun. So we'll do a roll call. We're going to do a roll call because we have a board member online.
So again, board members and those online, please say here just to make sure we can all hear each other. Wendy.
Here.
Kristen.
Here.
David G.
Here.
Annie.
Here.
Tyler. Christine.
Here.
Leslie.
Here.
Patricia.
Here.
Rebecca.
Here.
Sean.
Here.
Brian.
Here.
David Twitchell.
Here.
Oh, we got you. Good. Tom.
Here.
Claire.
Here.
And Ben.
Here.
Thank you very much. Votes tonight will be roll call votes because we have somebody online, just so you all know.
All right. Well, tonight's a very exciting night. There's a lot of many folks here, and we look forward to recognizing all of you for your amazing accomplishments and talent. So myself, I'm Sean and Rebecca. We're going to go up to the podium, and As we go through the awards, when we stop, we'll do the applause them to try to keep this going as quickly as possible because we have students who are amazing and need to get to other events. So first up, we have our student representatives to the board, and we have Jacob Leon and Emily Payne. And then next up, we have 8th graders who made high honors and honor roll for all 3 years of being in middle school, which is an amazing accomplishment. So first up, we have Renee Beavers. Samuel Dunton. Lillian Lamone. Lloyd. Sorry, I'll do the best I can. Rebecca will smack me in line if I. Johan Meserve. Liliana Parker. Ashley Payne. Emily Payne again. Michaela Williams. Delilah Ames. Okay. Amelia Jean Browaskowicz. Leah Charlin. Brenna Davis. Liam Farmer. Brinley Farwell. Hunter Fortier. Morgan Fortier. Jacob Graff. Hazel Grono. Julia Henderson. Connor LeBrun. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's kind of a weird setup. Connor LeBrun. Bella Lyons. Easton Mercier. Chloe Mills. Carter Nelson. Yep, Lyra St. Pierre. Hadley Stevenson. Ingrid Stewart. Braden Tibbetts. Ellie Tinkham. Yep. Meredith Thomasone. Okay. Next, we have folks who are induction into the National Honor Society. So, stuff here. Ava Pear. Yep. Greta Barnes Bunker. Cooper Davis. Emerson Dunlap. Isabel Gannett. Ella Giles. Lila Gurney. Connor Hebert. Ava Morrill. Taylor O'Donoghue. Harper Olmsted. Katie Payne. Kylie Pinkham. Tristan Riley. Emily Saunders. Yep, Eve Simcock. Katie Timms. Colby Webb. Milo Winter. William Connors. Danica Dunn. Hadley Farwell. Alice Farron. Maya Holt. Megan Larcher. Next. Okay, now we have the students who made the National Honor Society for CATSI. So, Braden Batchelor. Jaden Delano. Okay, I'm gonna try my best here. Braden Kamasi. Guys, good. Okay, there you go. Joshua Hall. That's the way. Taylor McBurney. And Leighton Moulton. Next up, we have the students who made the top 10. So very impressive. Kendra Bohr. Anna Clausen. Madeline German. Benjamin Jewett. Okay. Nico Martinez Nocito. Thatcher Riley. Emma Rosner. Rocco Scott. Eli Smith. Cooper Tarbuck. That was 10, I think. Okay, next we have for your achievement of earning the seal of biliteracy in German. So, very impressive. Okay. And the first one is Madeline German. Okay, Sarah Munins. Skyla Eschlein. Cooper Tarbuck. Oh, come on. Eli Smith. Rocco Scott. Emma Rosner. Benjamin Jewett. Kaylee Freeman. Claire Dyer. Yep. Jack Crosby. Yep. Ava Candidge. Next, we have students who participated in the All-State Music Festival. So, Jack Crosby. RJ Haldane. Tristan Lagasse. No seal. Okay, Nico Martinez, no seal. Ava Pear. Okay, next we have, for your service as a student member of the RSU 38 board, so we have Claire. And we have Benjamin. And that is everyone for tonight. Thank you for all your wonderful work.
Do they what? No, they do it by grade point average. Oh, we did a photo. I just totally spaced on that. That's okay. I'll ask Michelle. I'll get these two ones that I'm hearing. I'll talk to Michelle. She must have some photos. So, yes, yes. I totally spaced on it. Yeah. Photos. Oh, yeah. That's okay. That was a lot.
I didn't know you needed that. I was like, oops, you took the first draw.
There's not a whole much of it. It's a little more different languages, but that's okay.
Yeah, it was just the first one. I took the same
Now it's quiet. Back to reality. All right. So now that was great. So we did all that. Okay. Student representatives reports. Did they leave? They did. That's good. The high school reps are here though. So if you guys want to go, that'd be awesome.
Hello,
Yep.
I'm Rocco Scott, senior at Marinacook. So we're going to start by summarizing most of the stuff that Senate has accomplished this year, and we've kind of broken it down by committee. We wanted to highlight all the awesome stuff that's gotten done. So I'll start with outreach. Outreach has coordinated events like Make a Difference Week, a Giving Tree. We've done 2 new craft nights, carnation sales, a community breakfast, and all of which the profits were donated to the community, whether it was a food bank or some other way. Outreach next year aims to promote more community service opportunities and support community-driven events in the next year. For Spirit this year, some of the main accomplishments have been Homecoming, the Fall Pep Rally, Winter Carnival, and the Color Dance. And as a committee, they have come together with the main goal to increase participation and create a better fan environment for everyone.
Hello, I'm Ava Candage. This year for wellness, they have completed the Bear Cave teas along with our Black Bear cards. They have updated our monthly message on the bulletin board, correlating with the awareness of that month. They helped organize the boutique along with supporting our other committees. Their committee aims to help create a healthy place for all students to feel welcome and to be themselves. For Voice, throughout this school year, Voice has organized a club fair in the fall, planned the Neon Night Dance, in which all profits were donated to Mr. Toby. They had an Easter egg hunt, updated the hallway calendar weekly, and posted senior shoutouts. They aim to have all students feel seen and heard, as well as host activities the students want.
We also recently had our elections for new officers in the Student Senate this year, so we wanted to shout out the new people that are holding positions. Ava will start.
At Secretary, we have Carter Bennett.
For Treasurer, it's Jack Thaler.
Our new Vice President is Ramona Sealsbury.
And the new President is Hadley Farwell. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you both, and good luck if we don't see you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna do new student. Okay. Introduction of new student appointed to RSU 38 School Board for the 25-26.
Principal LaForge is going to do us the honors.
Sorry. Thank you. We're sad to see Clara and Ben go, but we do have 2 amazing students who are going to be seniors next year, and they're going to be our board representatives. As you said earlier, they do a lot of things. So we're really lucky. We thought Tinkham would be able to be here, but he's doing a thing. And we thought Kate Parker would be doing a thing, but instead she's here. And I put her on the spot earlier and said, I hope you will introduce yourself. So she's going to do that.
Hi, I'm Kate Parker, and I'm going to be a rising senior next year, and I'm really excited to be a part of this. And yeah.
Well, welcome. We look forward to having you. So next we have citizens' comments, and I know we have one who said she would like to speak. So Julie, you can step up. Introduce yourself.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members of the committee. My name is Julie Smith. I am the proud parent of Eli Smith, who will graduate next week from Maranacook as one of the top 10 students in his class. Thank you so much for honoring him this evening, along with the other students. Tonight, I stand before you not only as a parent, but also as a witness to the transformative power of exceptional educators. Our schools thrive because of individuals who devote their lives to lighting the way for students, guiding them as they grow, both intellectually and emotionally. As parents, we always hope that our children will encounter educators who not only teach them academic subjects, but also inspire them to reach their full potential. For Eli, one individual has profoundly shaped his journey at Maranacook, Ms. Carrie Anderson. Teachers like Frau Anderson changed the trajectory of students' lives. Excuse me.
It's okay.
She has made an incredible difference. When Eli entered high school, he was bright, motivated, and full of potential. But like many teenagers, he didn't quite realize what he was capable of. Ms. Anderson saw it immediately. She not only recognized Eli's academic strengths, she nurtured them. She challenged him intellectually, supported him emotionally, and most importantly, she believed in him before he fully believed in himself. When Eli started studying German with Ms. Anderson, it quickly became more than just another subject. It became a passion, a purpose, and ultimately a catalyst for his future endeavors. Because of Ms. Anderson's exceptional teaching, unwavering encouragement, and confidence in his abilities, Eli applied for and was accepted into the prestigious Congress Bundestag Youth Exchange, a highly competitive program that sends American students to live and study in Germany for a year. That experience was life-changing for Eli. It deepened his global perspective, built his independence, and gave him the kind of insight and maturity colleges dream about. Ms. Anderson supported him through every step of that journey, from the application process and even during his time abroad. And it didn't stop there. Ms. Anderson continued to mentor Eli through his senior year, helping him navigate the daunting college admissions process. Today, I am proud to say that Eli has been accepted to and will be attending Brown University this fall. And I say this without hesitation. That would not have happened without Frau Anderson. She saw the Ivy League student in him before anyone else did, including Eli. World language education is sometimes viewed as an elective or a bonus, and it can be easy to overlook its importance, especially in smaller schools. But what Ms. Anderson does in her classroom is nothing short of transformative. She teaches far more than grammar and vocabulary. She opens up the world to her students. Through her German program, she instills critical thinking, cultural understanding, global awareness, and the confidence to engage with people and ideas far beyond Central Maine. Maranacook is a better, richer, and more vibrant school because of Ms. Anderson. She's not just a teacher, she's a mentor, a cultural ambassador, and an advocate for every student who walks into her classroom. Her work in German education is critical, not just for language learning, but for preparing our young people to thrive in an interconnected world. She represents a kind of educator every parent hopes their child will encounter, someone who is deeply committed, deeply caring, and deeply impactful. She brings out the best in her students, and in doing so, raises the standard for what education should look like. We owe her a debt of gratitude, not just what she's done for Eli, but for what she continues to do for every student who is fortunate enough to walk in her classroom or participate in one of the many exceptional activities she organizes for Teen Issues Day. On behalf of my family, and especially Eli, I want to thank her publicly for the incredible difference she has made. We are deeply grateful, and we hope that you recognize what an invaluable asset she is to this school and community. We are so lucky to have her. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Smith.
She's behind the post right now.
Okay, gotcha. All right, next up we have Dan Holman.
Dan Holman, Mount Vernon. What a treat to see the parade of all this. I think there's going to be crickets here, forgetting it was the last night. Dear board members, Maranacook staff, community members, I am retiring after 23 years of teaching. I was fortunate to have had several careers before teaching, which allows me to appreciate just how lucky I've been to be immersed in the joy and challenges of being a teacher here. I love my job, I love our schools, my students, and the community that surrounds us and help raise my children. I am coming to you with a concern and a suggestion for a policy change. As someone retiring just over a week, I'd much rather not be speaking tonight except to express my gratitude. But I can't do that in good conscience or as a model to my students, or as a model to my students do that. Please understand that I'm doing this out of a commitment to our district and a belief that all of us are here because we believe deeply in our schools and our students. I'm sending to you a document, to you, school board, my principal, superintendent, and union leadership. In this document and its attachments, I request that you consider a policy change for the approval of field trips, and I raise what I believe are some serious management concerns. My proposal is consistent with concerns that have been raised by a number about the responsibilities and direct reports to the position of superintendent. The document I will send to you is primarily about the denial of a field trip. I believe that denial was the first time ever a trip approved by a principal has been blocked. I believe that the denial of that trip either represents a new standard that no team could meet or represents one team being unfairly held to a different standard. If either is true, it's something the school board should be aware of and ask questions about. My document also describes several situations that I was directly involved in that raised concerns. I realize how demanding it is to be a school board member, and I thank you for your time, and it's a thankless job in a lot of ways, I realize. I also know you confronted with filters from staff, students, and administrators that you were told the positive, and except for budgeting, challenges are largely blocked. To be the best board in district, it's important that you, all of us, have the full picture. You now have access to the staff survey data. The data of our district shows some real strengths and some serious concerns about our schools with district management. I ask you, our school board, to look at my document and the survey data as active managers with open minds. Look for opportunities to learn and improve our schools that we all love. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Holman, and good luck in retirement. All right, next up, we have a presentation review of the 2024-2020, okay, I didn't skip one, sorry, ESSA and proposed 2025-2026 ESSA grant projections.
So I'm going to invite Karen Smith up, and she's got a slideshow or a slide deck that she'll have on the presentation. What she's doing is kind of summarizing the big report that's in your packet that begins on page, 2 of 32. It goes, the report itself goes all the way to page 11, I believe, 11 of 32. So this slideshow is kind of a summary of that. Karen, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, good evening. I'll try to make it quick. It was an extensive report on our ESEA funding and projects over this past school year. I'm going to report out on the goals that are mentioned in the report and just kind of recap some of the main points. So I do want to make a note that in the packet, in the report that was sent in the board packet, there was an error on the achievement for math. I think it says 49th to the 50th percentile, and it's supposed to say 47th as the slide says. So I just want to make that point. So we set 3 ambitious goals this year for math achievement. We aim to improve both growth and achievement to the 50th percentile, and I'm pleased to report we exceeded both targets, reaching the 54th percentile for growth and the 51st for achievement. For literacy achievement, we targeted the 50th percentile for growth and the 60th for achievement. While we made progress, reaching to the 47th percentile for growth and the 54th in achievement, we fell just short of our goals. Our attendance goals focused on reaching 95% attendance and reducing chronic absenteeism to 10%. It was a really ambitious goal there. And we maintained at the 93% attendance rate and significantly reduced our chronic absenteeism from 18.6 to 13% as of yesterday. I realize there's a few more days left of school, but I don't know that it's going to sway it that much unless we have the whole school decide to skip school for the next few days. So I really something to celebrate there, and I do have some kind of graphs to show right here.
So this was what was in the board packet. Our growth distribution across percentile bands. So it's in quintiles by, the 20th percentiles. So it does show that we see 27% of our student achievement growth above the 80th percentile in math. I think we know like how well our math team did. We have some really high achieving math students in our district for sure. If you look at the other end, you do see above the 20, 23, 24% of the students in that lower band as well. So that's an area for certain growth that we need to address. And again, this is the median growth percentile based on our state assessment scores, the NUIA MAP growth. And then the next slide shows our achievement percentiles. And again, this is all grades, first through 10th grade, and it shows where the percentage of students for both subjects and where they fell for achievement. And you can pretty much see the bell curve there. So I think there's some rise in achievement in areas and maybe some little dips if you were to look at the grade levels specifically. And I will have an updated, more comprehensive assessment report in the fall that will break down some of this data. So our attendance goal, again, the attendance rate, I was hoping we could, through all of our efforts across the district, improve that to 95%. We kind of maintained that, but we did reduce that chronically absent rate. And so if you go to the next slide, this was as of June. And I know those numbers are hard to see, but if you look at the colors, the pie chart on the left is 2024, and then the pie chart on the right is 2025. And you can see that the green is bigger, and the orange has shrunk a little bit, moving to the yellow. So we're definitely showing improvement in the number of chronically absent students. So the next slide shows that attendance rate. So we were 93%. Again, this was today actually that I pulled this. And, but you can see the distribution across the schools too. So we did have a couple of schools that did reach that 95%. Okay. So the projects for this year and how we use our title funds, we have literacy and math support so that, and as described in the report, 80% of all of our title funds go toward our math and literacy interventionists. So we have all of the Title I funds that will support the interventionists in our Title I schools, which are Reed Field, Mount Vernon, and Wayne. And then we use Title V funds to pay for the interventionists in Manchester. We also use Title V funds for PD and family engagement activities, which are required as a requirement for ESEA. I just want to highlight that, and I explained this in the report, it's really challenging to try to have PD during the school year, and it's just, you don't have the time. We try to make use of, getting PD during the day, but then you have to have substitutes, and we know there's a substitute challenge. So across the board, it's been hard. So really kind of reserving a pot of money, of that PD money, to support summer projects. So I send out a form to all the district staff to submit an application for summer work, up to 10 hours, get a team together. So there's certain parameters they fill out, there's a template that they fill out and they submit it. And I'm reviewing those applications right now. But here's some examples of the applications that have come through. So for MTSS bar, we have an application for high school executive functioning. So a team organized to focus on executive functioning skills and strategies at the high school level. A middle school team submitted for restorative practices. We had a district-wide MTSS behavior protocols team, and Reed Field submitted for bar, MTSS, and PBIS. And we also had for curriculum PLCs, and so grade 1 submitted an application to work on aligning the science and social studies evidence and standards with our CKLA program. We had the music program. I just mentioned one thing. They had a whole litany of things that they hope to work on, but one thing that was big for them was to look into research some grants, possible grants. We had 9 through 12 submit for world language, 6 through 8 math program implementation, and 9 through 12 working on their ELA, horizontal and vertical alignment. We also had several teachers volunteer, not volunteer because they do get paid, but agree to be on the family engagement committee that works over the summer that helps set up the activities that we do for family engagement out in the date of those throughout the school year. And then I also put out for literacy PD to follow up from what the district has been working on and including that March workshop. And as of right now, I have 7 that are signing up for Letters and Aspire, a very intensive literacy course that several members of our district community have already participated in. And I have 20 signed up, K through 12, for the Writing Revolution, which was, if you remember, the Natalie Wexler that came in March, and she has her book, The Writing Revolution, and there's a course that goes along with that book, and we've had 20 that have signed up for that. So we're really excited about the opportunities for staff development over the summer and to be able to have the funds to support that. With that said, and I know this chart's hard to see, when I submitted the report last week, the state and I put that right at the top of the report, we had the DOE, the federal government hadn't allocated funds to states yet on title funding. And they did announce this week Title I funding. And so I have that amount of what we've received for Title I, which was 172, I can't read that, 172,139.22. That was our allocation for Title I. Again, that goes toward those interventionist positions at Wayne, Mount Vernon, and Reed Field. We don't know anything else about the rest of the titles as of right now. The DOE does not have anything from the federal government yet on those. So that's to be determined. So next step, with that said, we hope that we get the rest of our title funding so that we can continue with obviously the interventionist support, primarily the one at Manchester for the Title V, our district family engagement work, and then all the professional development that we've been working on and will continue to work on. And if you have any questions, you can contact me. I'm more than happy to answer questions or any concerns or comments that you have.
Any questions right now? Yep, Chris, go ahead.
Hi. So I'm just trying to understand these charts, but looking at chart 2, is it safe to say that we have from 24 to 25, 2024 to 2025, a significant amount of decreases versus increases?
No, because you're looking at the different percentiles. You have to look at the median across that. So if you look at the 51st and the 54th, I don't know.
No, that's not what we're looking at.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's actually, this chart is, you didn't show.
Yeah, I'm in here.
You
Yeah,
didn't show it on the screen though.
yeah, it's right here. Yeah, I'm looking
Show the
at that.
map growth and then that one, but not the map achievement percentage. I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah, I don't think you have that chart in your presentation.
Right, I'm looking at the chart though in the packet.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one
On
that we
page
were-
4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, so the one on there was just this spring's data. In the packet,
Okay.
I think it has 24.
Okay, yes, this
last
is
spring.
comparing
Yeah, yeah.
2024 to 2025, yeah. So it has the,
Right, and so we met
Yeah.
our goals for achievement and growth in math, and achievement in literacy. The growth in literacy, we didn't meet our goal.
okay,
It improved, but we didn't meet it.
okay. We can talk more later. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
more quick, go
Yeah,
ahead.
just a really quick question. It's so great that you offer all of that PD to teachers over the summer. Can you just give just a general idea of a number of the teachers who apply to work over the summer for reimbursement for those hours?
Well, so you saw the actual, that's the numbers for like 20 in the Reading Revolution and 7
Okay.
in the Aspire courses and letters courses. For all the MTSS curriculum, oh my, it's, how many teachers on a team?
Yeah.
So I think if you looked at all those projects and probably had 3 to 5 to 6 teachers per project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people working over the summer, and I think that's a testament to the offerings that you have, and I just really applaud the people who put this together, Karen, and the teachers who choose to spend some time over the summer improving their craft. I think it's great. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that is great.
Yeah.
Any other questions right now? And as Karen said, you can always reach out to her.
So if it's okay, I just want to add, because I know sometimes people are like, why is she doing this right now? We have to, in order, as part of the requirements for title funds, we do have to present a report and give a period of time to be able to get feedback and stuff on. So again, that's why we do it at this time of year. And it feels like an odd time of year, but we have to do it at this time of year to be able to meet the reporting requirements. So in case anyone's like, well, why are we doing this now? We have to do it at this time of year. So just so people know.
Brian, go ahead.
Just one quick question. Does anybody happen to know what the Title I funds are out there? 172 for next year. What's the comparative for right now? Did we go?
So
it's higher than it was last year?
yeah, it's a little higher.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not super higher.
But
It's
it
just
did
a little
increase
higher,
total
right?
kids, so it's
Right.
about where it was.
Yeah,
it's a
overall,
little-
yeah.
It's a little higher, but also the salary and benefits of the
Sure, it didn't keep up
staff.
with expenses,
Right.
but it's slightly higher. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I
Go
have
ahead.
one more
One more.
question.
Oh, yeah.
So, we're comparing to the national average in these charts. I know everybody in the nation does not do these tests. Do you happen to know off the top of your head the percentage, what states?
So the NUIA has been around for a few decades. So they've done norming studies. You're talking, I can't even, their assessment is, their norming meets all the, validity and technical adequacy requirements to do norming studies with thousands and thousands and thousands of students to do their norming. So it's not comparing other students that took tests in just this spring. It's when they last did their norming.
Okay, but the NUIA test only? Because I know some districts don't do it. Do they compare to the other? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure out
No,
the comparison.
the testing, everybody in the state of Maine has to do that testing.
Right, but they were saying nationally.
Right.
Because it's nationally normed, yeah.
Right.
Okay,
It's, yes, they have, to do norming, they have thousands and thousands and thousands of students in order to be able to meet the
okay.
criteria.
So it is a fair national,
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
okay,
Yeah.
comparison.
Yeah.
And that's the first chart, and that's where you're saying where we're comparing nationally to the median.
Correct.
Okay.
Right, so we're above the national average, if you want to look at it that way. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, any more questions? All right, I think we're good for now. Thank you, Karen. All right, next is additions, adjustments to the agenda by the Board of Superintendents.
So I have one. It would be 10G, to accept the resignation of Molly Zahorik, elementary guidance counselor at Reed Field Elementary School.
Okay,
That would be 10G.
G, okay. Do we have any more? All right, I have one addition regarding data when it comes to students at our schools who qualify for services.
Yep.
I guess that, does that work?
Yep,
Okay,
that works.
very good. And we can make that F, or no, E.
I,
alphabet.
right?
Yeah, I.
Or
alphabet.
H.
Yeah.
What is it?
H,
G-H, thank you.
Yeah, H, yeah. Strike it out, strike it out. Okay. Reports. I think we're good.
If it's okay, Sean, just
Yes.
real quickly on mine, I apologize to all of you as well as anyone out in the community. The vote for the budget is Tuesday, June 10th, which is also graduation day, and I think maybe I was just blocking that out of my mind, but I inadvertently put the 9th in the school board report, so I did want to correct that very quickly. And if you all want to add the numbers in, it's on page, 18 of 32. The attendance numbers just for the month of May, and what those percentages are. So on Friday, May 30th, if you're looking at that block, pre-K to 5 was 13.9%. The middle school, grades 6 to 8, was 12.8%. And the high school was 9 through 12, 26.1%. So again, those, the numbers weren't, or the percentages weren't ready before I sent the report out. So just wanted to add them in as well. Thank you, Sean.
All right, thank you. And then there's some upcoming committee meetings. Most of them have all happened, so. Besides Awesome is on June 11th. All right, so we're going to jump right in. We have a lot to do tonight. So action items, approval of minutes of May 7th, 2025 school board meeting.
I move we approve the minutes of May 7th, 2025 school board meeting.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, call for a roll call vote.
All righty. Wendy,
Yes.
Kristen,
Yes.
David G,
Yes.
Annie,
Yes.
Tyler is absent. I apologize. Christine,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Patricia,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
David Twitchell,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Claire,
Yes.
and Ben.
Yes.
So it passes unanimously.
All right, approval of minutes of May 14th, 2025 RSU 38 annual meeting.
I move we approve the minutes of May 14th, 2025 RSU 38 annual meeting.
Second?
Have been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, call for a roll call vote.
Wendy,
Yes.
Kristen,
Abstain, I wasn't present.
David G,
Yes.
Annie,
Yes.
Christine,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Patricia,
Abstain, I wasn't here.
Rebecca,
That's right.
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
David Twitchell,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Claire,
Yes.
Ben.
Yes.
Very good. 2 abstentions, but it does pass unanimously.
Unanimously. All right, acceptance of donations.
I move to accept the donation for the videos. Second?
Moved and seconded, discussion? Seeing none, we'll call for a roll call vote.
Wendy,
Yes.
Kristen,
Yes.
David G,
Yes.
Annie,
Yes.
Christine,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Patricia,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
David T,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Claire,
Yes.
Ben.
Yes.
It passes unanimously.
All righty, acceptance of teacher resignation effective June 2025, Jeannie Galetta.
I move to accept the acceptance of Jeannie Galetta presented on May 26, 2025.
Second.
Moved and seconded, discussion? Seeing none, call for a roll call vote.
Wendy,
Yes, with regret.
Kristen,
Yes.
David G.
This is one of the hardest ones I think I've ever had to do. She's a close friend of mine. I want to thank her for everything she's done for my children and everybody in Manchester Elementary School. And I forewarned her, and I'm being a little selfish here, and I know she has the votes to get through this, but I'm voting no. It's a compliment. She knows it.
Annie,
Can't follow that. Yes.
Christine,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Patricia,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes, with regret.
Sean,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
David Twitchell,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes, enjoy retirement.
Claire.
Yes, best fifth grade teacher I ever had.
Very nice. Ben,
Yes.
so it does pass with one no vote.
With love.
With love, yeah.
And good luck where she's going, and
Yes.
I will contact her with her quite often, so.
Appointment of first probationary contract teacher, grade 3, Mount Vernon Elementary School, Madeline Merrill.
I move that Madeline Merrill be approved for an appointment of first probationary contract teacher, grade 3.
Second.
Moved and seconded, discussion? Seeing no discussion, call for a roll call vote.
Wendy,
Yes.
Kristen,
Yes.
David G.
Yes.
Annie,
Yes.
Christine,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Patricia,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
David T.
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Claire,
Yes.
and Ben.
Yes.
So unanimous.
All right, welcome. Policy, second reading, policy KE, public concerns. Any comments, questions? Wendy, do you want to fill us in on anything?
Nope, it's a second read.
Nope.
We didn't have any comments or anything. Nobody contacted us or anything, and I think it's a pretty sound policy.
Perfect. Call for a roll call vote.
Oh, we need a motion.
Oh, more motion, sorry, I jumped the gun,
Were there any changes?
Yeah, sorry.
No.
Any changes to the policy?
Only when we first put it together, made through the first round without any changes, and nobody contacted us to make any, so it stands as it was first presented.
Someone want to make a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion to accept policy KE, public concerns. Second.
Moved and seconded, discussion. Any more discussion? Go ahead, Leslie.
Go ahead.
It's not specifically about this policy, but it is tied to like just the minutes of the policy committee. But I know we don't have to like approve the minutes or anything, but I sort of just waited till we were at this policy point to maybe ask questions. So is it acceptable to just ask it now, even though it's about, we're in this motion for approving a policy?
Let's get through this and then I'll let you ask.
So yeah.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, call for a roll call vote.
Wendy,
Yes.
Kristen,
Yes.
David G.
Yes.
Annie,
Yes.
Christine,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Patricia,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
David T.
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Claire,
Yes.
and Ben.
Yes.
So passes unanimously.
Well, I'm gonna go a little off script. Leslie, you can ask a question.
Just my quick question, because the minutes of our subcommittees are still published for the public to be able to review and look at, I just wonder if, like in this one, because the policy committee does do so much, like there's so much content and so much of what you guys go through the year. And like the minutes for this one made me think of this. It said that you guys talked about the accomplishments for the year, and so you recapped that. And I was like, oh, was there a list of like really all the policies did get reviewed this year? That might be a good ending cap for each year of a committee like this.
That's
to
a good
just have had a
suggestion.
list of, these were all the
Yeah,
policies
that's a
we
good
went through in the
suggestion.
year.
Yeah.
you know, and have that be a part. So I'm just
Yeah.
wondering if there's a mindfulness in minutes, knowing the public will review them, and if you're not there and there just isn't quite enough, then are we really getting out of them what we're looking for, just as a board?
No, I think that's a great suggestion.
Yeah.
We'll do it for next year.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Just to build off that, if there's a list of all the policies and when they were last reviewed and approved by the board, that's also illustrative.
Yeah.
So that, it's exactly your point.
Yep. We do have that spreadsheet. That's what we work off of, to be quite honest. So,
Perfect. All right, acceptance of resignation. I didn't get.
of Molly Zahar.
Yeah, there we go.
I move to accept the resignation of Molly Zahorik, also known as Miss Z from Reedfield Elementary School, who is the guidance counselor, and it looks like she's retiring.
Yes.
Second.
All right, moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll call for a roll call vote.
Wendy,
Yes.
Kristen,
Yes.
David G,
Yes.
Annie,
Yes.
Christine,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Patricia,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
David T,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Claire,
Yes.
and Ben.
Yes.
So it passes unanimously.
All right, next up is H. I thought it would be good to do an overview. There was a lot kind of thrown around at the budget meeting about who qualifies for services, who doesn't, interventionist. And I had talked to Jay and Dr. Smith about this, and I think it's important we go over some of those numbers this evening.
So we put together, and we've shared it out with the principals and stuff, what the actual numbers are for students who are performing below the 30th percentile using MAP or the NUIA growth. And we kind of what we did is we looked at it across spring, fall of 2024, 25, and then again, spring 24, fall 23, et cetera. I'm not going to read all the numbers, but I did want to kind of put what the numbers are going to be out there for next year, and we will share this out to everybody. And again, this is just elementary numbers. So in Reedfield, the number of students who are falling below the 30th percentile in their 2025 spring test in math is 36, and in Reedfield, the number is 40. In
reading?
Yes, reading,
Okay.
yes. So 36 in math and 40 in reading. In Manchester, the number is 22 for math and 31 for reading. In Mount Vernon, the number is 28 for math and 24 for reading. And if I'm going too fast or need to repeat, just slow me down. And in Wayne, the number is in math 4, and the number is 13 in reading. Yes, please.
Is a student that qualifies for both math and reading counted twice?
No, so these are just Karen, do you mind? I hate to put you on the spot like that. And I know she probably doesn't have this in front of her, so.
Yeah. That was just a quick snapshot from the spring NUIA MAP growth testing that I just showed you. That doesn't include at the elementary. We also use Acadian's testing so that they had just finished up. I'm working with all the literacy and math interventionists across the district right now to start looking at all student data to then, we're hoping to have that finalized by the end of the school year so that they can have lists ready to go to start in the fall. But we're still working on that, but we weight things like economically disadvantaged, if they have an IEP, but also need intervention services. If they're multilingual, there's different weights to prioritizing the students, and so we're working on that list right now.
But that was just kind of like the raw, down and dirty numbers throwing out there as a snapshot.
No, I
right?
think
Yeah.
what Dr. Smith just went through was helpful because I just wondered if what you just went through was like, so does that mean you take those numbers and then think about the population of the school and then figure out like, is that the percentage of students that need support at the school? But she's listed like a number of other
Right.
contributing
Yes,
factors that
yes,
contribute to that,
yes.
so it's not straightforward, it's not
right.
straight math.
Right. We actually have to use, we are kind of required to use more than one data point, but this was available to me just very quickly, so that's kind of what we're using at this point, knowing that there is more to it and it's a little bit more complicated than just here are the straight numbers. So, but it was, I thought, important to just kind of put out, like if you're looking at raw data, one data point, there's a significant difference there. So,
And in turn, like, there could be a student that's listed under math at reading,
Right.
just because what I'm pointing out,
Yeah.
that also is included in that number
and they're
under
reading,
reading.
yes, absolutely, yeah, yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
And I also just want to point out that looking at just the state data, that's what identifies us. That's what the state uses. We have our own data that we use to determine student needs or whatever, but when we're flagged as a tier 3 or a tier 1 school, those are the data points that are being used.
You answered Kristen's questions. Thank you so much. Oh, Christine?
Yes, I do want to ask a question. So can you please remind me of, because I'm thinking back to our large meeting where we talked about interventionists. Can you, and we didn't have this information at the time, can you please remind me of the allocation of interventionists across all of the schools that have interventionists? Like the number of interventionists at, what I'm wondering is, who's servicing, Reed Field that has 76 students? And I mean, I know that the work is hard and I understand that I don't have like, I don't know the answer. I'm not asking the question because I'm trying to set something up. I'm just really wondering about the allocation of resources.
So as like this school year, it's the same for every school, regardless of the number of students.
So each school has a math interventionist and a reading interventionist.
So, sorry, I have to ask again. We've had a math interventionist at a school that had 4 students receiving interventions. Is that true?
Well, they take more students than that.
Okay.
They provide services for more students than that.
Got it. Okay.
That might
But
not have
across- Sorry, go ahead.
That might not have as significant needs as a student at another school.
Got it. Okay. Right. I'm sure they do, and I'm sure that's very beneficial. This is not meant to be critical. I just am trying to understand the lay of the land. So, and then for all schools though, students falling below the 30th percentile according to NUIA data, and I understand that you use Acadian's data, which I'm sure is a much better read than the NUIA data for determining interventions and the other things that you do. But it is below the 30th percentile in every school. They all receive interventions.
Yes, like that's the cut point of kind of where we start looking at the data.
Great.
Yes.
Thank you so much for answering those questions. I appreciate it.
David has a question online. Go ahead, David.
Thank you. I don't have it completely formulated, but it's related to that because the 30 percentile, if I recall from the data that was gone over earlier and as we were presented, the number of students, the improvement in the scores just on this one testing system, I guess, was very good for the upper levels, but for most of the lower levels, not just the ones below 30 percentile, the improvement over this past year was, to me, small. And consequently, whether it's 30 percentile and below, which is the desperately needed, or the ones a little bit above that, I want us to be, and I believe our A team and the teachers and interventionists are watching very carefully all of those students, because there's a big swath that need more improvement and perhaps intervention or careful support. So whether it's just 4 students below the 30 or 60 students, we've got a big bunch that are above that, but not far above it, that I am very anxious that we're continuing to watch, and I believe we are, but very anxious that we're continuing to watch carefully and intervene with whenever we can. Thank you.
Thank you, David. All right, I think we're good. All right. We are going to move on to, oh, sorry, go ahead,
The numbers
Kristen.
you gave us, were those percentages or number of students? I
Those,
heard it referred
the
to
actual
as
number of
total.
students.
Okay.
Actual number of
Thank you.
students, yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Cool, cool. All right, we're going to move to the executive, well, see if we are going to. Executive session to consider the evaluations of Special Education Director Ryan Meserve, Principals Jeff Boston, Abby Hartford, Michelle Hood, and Jeanette Jacobs, Technology Director Diane McGregor, Adult and Community Education Director Steve Vose, Director of Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment Karen Smith, and Assistant Principal Chris Goslin, pursuant to 1 MRSA 4056A.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. I moved it second. Yes, we'll do that. Okay, moved and seconded. Any discussion? So we will call for a roll call vote.
All righty, Wendy,
Yes.
Kristen,
Yes.
David G,
Yes.
Annie,
Yes.
Christine,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Patricia,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
David T,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Claire, and Ben.
Yes.
So we are now in executive session,
So we are going to move to
7:44.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the recommendations of the superintendent for the administrative team.
Second. I mean, do you need the motion?
He just
I
made
made
it.
it. I made it.
That's what I thought. Do we need to vote?
Second.
Yeah, all those in favor? It's unanimous, and
Nice.
thank you everyone for what you do. Meeting adjourned.
Do you want this?